Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Brickmaster Nate, and today I have an unboxing video of the LEGO Spider-Man at the Sanctum Workshop set. So this set retails for $50 and has 355 pieces. The box shows off the build and all of the figures, and the back shows off all of the features and the other angle. Let's get into it. So inside there were 3 numbered bags, this loose plate, sticker sheet, and the instructions. Let's get to the speed build. So first, let's take a look at the figures. The first one is the Spider-Man integrated suit. I think the colors are really nice on this figure with the red and the gold on top of the black. And the mask also has a little bit of silver on the edges, and it helps add a little bit of depth, which I think works really well. The design on the back is slightly more intricate with the line details and the tan that's actually inside of the gold that highlights it. The legs are dual molded with the black on top and the red on the bottom, and there's also some gold on the knees. There's no arm printing on the figure, but I think it works fine because it's already so detailed and it looks good without it. There's also a lot of web accessories, and they can clip onto the hands using the clear piece right here. And I think it looks pretty good. It matches with the figure. And there's also some more pieces that you can swap out for this piece. First, there's a smaller one, and there's also a much larger one. The second figure is Doctor Strange, and there's a lot of really nice concepts in the design of this figure. The big new detail is the cape, which is a flexible material, and it's also matte, so it looks like cloth rather than a shiny plastic piece. The cape can just be removed by pulling it off the neck, just like that. And as you can see, there's no bar that it really connects to. It just goes around the head underneath this piece right here. And it also fits onto the shoulders just like that. There's also printing on the sides of the hairpiece, and I thought this was a really nice detail. I haven't seen this very much on any figures, and it's a really nice touch that makes it seem more intricate. And there's also a lot of the robes and belts on the torso that continues onto the legs. The details on the legs are hard to see because of the dark material, but I think it works fine, and there's also more printing on the back. The next figure is Wong, and he comes with the yellow puffy jacket from the movie. You can see the robes underneath, and it also continues onto the legs with the purple, and I think it looks pretty good. The hip piece is purple, and it stands out a bit too much from the back, but I think it's fine because the design works well on the front anyway. One thing about the figure is that he doesn't come with an alternate face, even though all the other figures do, and I thought that was just a bit weird, but I still like the figure anyway. The last figure is MJ, and this is the most basic one out of the 4 in the set. The torso print is just a flannel with the shirt underneath. She has an alternate face, and I think it works just fine with the big hairpiece. And she also has the camera accessory. I like the way that this bar right here is slanted so that when the figure holds it up, it can still be parallel to the head. The legs have no detail or print, but I think it's fine because the rest of the figure is so basic that it would feel a little bit out of place if there was too much detail. The last character is this monster, and I don't remember seeing it in the movie, but there are a lot of interesting design choices on it. I think the colors work pretty well with the dark green and the olive green in the bottom half. I think the face is made pretty well with the light green eyes and the teeth. And I also really like the use of this piece on the head. On the bottom there are a lot of claw pieces, especially right here and on the legs. They're mostly ball joints in the top, so you can move the shoulders right here. And the arms can also be moved, and they have a lot of range. The head is also on a ball joint, so you can move it around freely, just like that. And I think this is good because you have a lot more range than you would have if it was just on a ratchet joint like the one right here that moves just straight up and down. You can also move each claw on the hands individually, and you can also fit a figure inside in between these two parts right here if you close it tight enough like that. There's also a sticker on the top of the build right here, and it's pretty simple, but I think it adds a lot more detail and makes the figure look more complete. Now let's take a look at the main build. So at first it seems really messy, but there's a lot of details scattered throughout the build. There's 4 main parts to it. There's the middle right here and the 2 sides, and there's also a small section in the back. In the middle section there are a lot of these 1x2 brick details, and there's also a ton of stickers on these tiles. And there's also a web stuck to the wall and a bike, and I thought these are nice touches. It makes it seem more complete without adding too much detail. Each section is only attached by a few studs, so you can remove them just like that. The This one on the right has a red couch, and it also has the controller attached on one of the studs. I really like the print design on it, and you can attach it to a figure's hand on the bottom just like that, or by clipping it in just like this. There's also a candle right next to it that has 3 separate flames, and there's also this workbench that has a lot of tools. This bottom drawer right here has a few more tools that are hidden inside, and it's a little bit hard to pull out just because of the way that the piece is made. On the side there's a barrel right here, and inside there are just 2 separate hidden gems. On the back there are some more crystal pieces, and there's this really cool geode that has some pink parts on the inside, and it's also sitting on one of these Chimo crystals. On the back there's this section right here that is also attached by a few studs. There's a huge boulder right here with a lot of arches that has this figure and another gem. And off to the side there's this bowl piece, and there's also a spider on top. This last section on the left is attached in a really similar way to the one on the right. It has a desk with this chair that can rotate, and it's not blocked by the edge right here, so it can spin full 360 degrees. There's some food right here, and there's also a computer, and the sticker detail has Peter Parker on it. On the side there's a boombox and a really nice molded detail for the hourglass. And there's a shelf on the back with a bunch of tools like the box right here and a pot. And there's another crystal right here with some jars. And there's also an egg on top. My favorite detail in this section is the chest with these tentacles coming out. There's nothing else to the build other than this right here. And I really like the piece that was used right here. It attaches into the plate using the bar. It's a pretty simple detail that just rests inside without connecting to anything, but this little piece right here helps it stay in place. Overall, I think this is a pretty good set, and even though the build seems kind of random and unrelated, it has a good figure selection and there are a lot of good accessories for the figures.
That's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Also, leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.